Jeannie Fitchen, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's always a delight to be here. It's a big family reunion. Well, I'm going to do quite a combination of songs today. I'm going to go way back to when I first started writing songs, when I lived on the Intracoastal Waterway, the Indian River in Brevard County for 3 years, and that was a time of creativity for me. That's when I really started writing. And I used to like to sit and beam back to those days when people really, really did live off the land. So what I've done right now is I've combined 2 of those old songs for you. Who will carry the old ways along? Who will keep singing the old time songs? Who tell the stories that must be told of life, death, and loving the young and the old? Who carry the old ways along? Who will keep singing the old time song? When we're dead and forgotten, these legacies will leave. But who will carry the old ways along? Waking up with the sun, working till the day is done, wiping sweat and bloods from my head. From a tender age I learned when the fruit was ripe and firm, and the harvest seemed to grow with each new day. Even when the chores were done, there was a little time for fun. Had to float across the river from the island to the school, and the trips to the general store often took a day or more, and Papa would deliver 2 friends along the way. And Mama always told me someday I'd see that working hard and playing hard, how his life was meant to be. And now that I've grown, I'll let the truth be known. There'll never be a better time. Those years were long and lean, good times few and far between. We worked the land and the river when nature was kind to all. Now the littles are grown and gone, and the folks have since passed on, but the traces of life and love still linger there. And Mama always told me someday I'd see that working hard and playing hard, how life was meant to be. And now that I've grown, I'll let the truth be known. There'll never be a better time. No, there'll never be a better time. Thank you. I don't think Dale Kreider is here this weekend, is he? He's not coming. Well, you know, I think that we can really call Dale the Florida environmental troubadour. There's nobody else like Dale. There's nobody with the passion that that man has for what he writes about. And he lives what he writes about, too. This song's really different for me, as you will see. It's a song I recorded back in 1985. It's one of Dale Kreider's songs called Eutropic on Lake Okeechobee. How many of you know that song, have heard Dale sing that? That's one of his more obscure songs. And you're probably wondering what eutropic means. Think filtering. Eutropic on Lake Okeechobee, where the whole DC world would drain. And the gutted gash of Kissimmee's vast, wasted river and plain. Had to hassle with one of those 1 in 10-year bad hurricanes before the wilderness will return again. Wilderness will return again. Eutropic on the wasted old lake and all of its algae green water, with the barrels of agribusiness back bumped into her waters. Will she ever be a wilderness again? Perhaps after one of those 1 in 10 bad winds. Bad winds. Eutropic is a spell when the water goes to hell with the chemicals down the drain. We pull the slug of that nutrient water with that last 40-inch rain, and all hell went through and the south wind blew up an Everglades hurricane, and the wilderness took control again. Wilderness took control again. Tropic on Lake Okeechobee, where the whole DC world will drain, and the gutted gash of Kissimmee's vast, wasted river and plain. Had to hassle with one of those 1 in 10-year bad hurricanes before the wilderness will return again. Wilderness will return again. Wilderness will return again. Wilderness will return again. Thank you. That was a lot of fun anyway. How many of you have been to the Baja Peninsula, way down below California, the California of the South? I have been there twice. The last time was 1987. Haven't been there since. I probably wouldn't like it if I went back now. But when we were there in 1987, we spent 6 weeks roaming and camping and exploring. It was during that great heat wave that occurred in 1987. Some of you may remember that time. In Texas, the ranchers had to burn off the spines off the cactus plants in order for the cows to eat. There was nothing for them to eat, nothing left. Well, we were in Baja that time, and sometimes the temperatures out on the desert was around 120 degrees. The only way that we could stay alive, really, was to stay in the water. We were in the Sea of Cortez, the beautiful, beautiful Gulf of California. In the water all day long. Otherwise, it was just like a blast furnace hitting us. It was the only way we could keep ourselves from drying out completely. We didn't have enough water. Anyway, I came back and wrote this song about Baja. You have the Pacific Coast line, which is rugged and beautiful and cold most of the time because of the fog. And you have the desert in the middle. And then you have the Gulf on the other side with its beautiful blue waters. In Baja California, you rise with the sun. The peerless power that takes your strength before the day is done. The desert peninsula lies sleepy below, in the wide open spaces like the vultures overhead. Peril, peril, and misfortune to the lost, unwary soul. And the fiery breezes rise to the sky to treat briefly or in passing the devil's touch is known. And the man is forced at last to wander to the sea. The Magdalena plain lies passionless and dry. The sloping desert neath the canopy of clear blue sky. The fleshy, leafless, spiny plants stand helpless in the sun. And violently they twist, out of shape and out of place, in shades of gray and death against the dry and dusty ground. And the rugged mountains drop to the sea, and watching as a sentinel the Cardone stands tall and free. And the man's forced at last to wander to the sea. The Sea of Cortez is the youngest of the earth. The gradual shifting of the crust gave you to its birth. The chasm long and deep shines of turquoise, blue and green. And dead volcanoes, islands dry, lie scattered through time. Home to creatures rare and strange, in isolation, wild and bold. And the rugged mountains drop to the sea, and watching as a sentinel the Cardone stands tall and free. And the man at last can end his wandering to the sea. Did I say that Baja in many ways is like Florida? Well, it is a peninsula, and it has an ocean on one side and a gulf on the other side, and it's a great tourist destination, unfortunately. The Mexican people loved us and hated us at the same time. They needed us economically, but they really hated that we were there. Not us, of course. But the other travelers hated that they were there exploiting the land. And a lot of that's happening here in Florida, unfortunately. This song has a chorus. It's a gringos go home, please leave us alone. Let the water and the land lie peaceful in the sun. You arrive with your affluence of money, but you take much more than you leave, while ravishing the water and land down by the sea. When we get to the last verse, if you want to change gringos, you can change it to snowbirds. I don't care. Whatever. Gulf waters run deep at Puerto Escondido, the hidden harbor of refuge in stormy weather. The Mexican government plans to transform all the coastal land that runs from the bay up to the town of Laredo. The modern hotel stands tall, just like an iceberg, named by the Indians at Nopolo Beach, the Bay of Black Pearls. What the Mexicans really need's another country club community to spoil the unspoiled cove down by the sea. This is your part. Gringos, go home, please leave us alone. Let the water and the land lie peaceful in the sun. You arrive at your affluence of money, but you take much more than you leave, while ravishing the water and land down by the sea. Between the port and cove lies a village of Uncalito. A canopy of palms brings serenity and calm when the warm winds blow. Fossil water deep drawn from a well sustains the ones who for so long have dwelt in this treasure of a place, Uncalito by the sea. The families endure in common with the ones who come in pleasure, who camp along the shore to harvest or explore its jeweled waters. To the family of this tiny village, it's both a blessing and a curse to share all the treasures and delights you find at Uncalito by the sea. Gringos, gringos, go home, please leave us alone. Please leave us alone. Let the water and the land lie peaceful. Let the water and the land lie peaceful in the sun. You arrive with your affluence of money. You arrive with your affluence of money, but you take much more than you leave, while ravishing the water and land at Uncalito by the sea. Each day you stay camping on the sand, you pay $1, not a peso but $1, to Jose, the man with the deep dark tan, eyes wild from tequila. He invades your quiet encampment with a fury and a sadness in his smile, while holding to his place in the sun at Uncalito by the sea. The cows mill about and the goats roam wild at Uncalito, as free as a hummingbird flying overhead from the flowers to the trees. On the bluff behind a hidden grotto, where the lady stands so adorned, while watching over the water and land down by the sea. Gringos, go home, please leave us alone. Let the water and the land lie peaceful. Let the water and the land lie peaceful in the sun. You arrive with your affluence of money. You arrive with your affluence of money, but you take much more than you leave, while ravishing the water and land at Uncalito by the sea. Let's do it again. Snowbirds, go home, please leave us alone. Let the water and the land lie peaceful in the sun. You arrive with your affluence of money, but you take much more than you leave, while ravishing the water and land down by the sea. While ravishing the water and land down by the sea. Okay. Somehow along the way I became the Fitchen family wedding singer. Every year for about the last 10 years, I've sung for a wedding out in California. Last summer, 2 weddings. And every time I'm asked to sing for one of those weddings, I ask the bride and groom to write down some of their ideas about love and marriage. This was the first year that I actually got a response from one of my nieces in San Diego. And she wrote the most beautiful, beautiful letter to me. And the one line that just popped right out at me was, "Love is loving to be loved." And so that found its way into this song. I don't usually do love songs, but I think that this time that we're living in, we need to hear all the love songs we can get. Don't you agree? I'm going to dedicate this to Mike in Georgia. Only yesterday, a breeze was just a breeze, a whisper in time, flowing from the sea. Only yesterday, the sand was just the sand, a bit of a mountain I could hold in my hand. Then love came to me on the wings of the wind, and I saw in my hand, in a single grain of sand, the hearts of all the mountains of the yesterday. The rain was just the rain, driving or weeping, bringing pleasure and pain. Only yesterday, the sun was just the sun, a body of light that shines on everyone. Then love on the wings of the wind, and I saw in the rain all the tears and laughter, like a blushing under purging of the soul. And I saw in the sun a heavenly power that severs the day from loving brings these gifts to me. Peaceful and comforting, so easy and free. And loving you brings centering in time. I draw on your strengths, you draw on mine. With family and friends, together here we stand, in one flesh, one spirit, I give to you my hand. The blessings of today, the blessings we have known, the future is now, for good seeds we have sown. Your love comes to me on the wings of the wind, and loving means wishes and making them come true, and building dreams with each and every day. And loving means promises we'll make to one another and cherish till the end of time. Love is loving to be loved. is loving too.